Why, hello there, my Tanukers. It's that time again. It is T-minus 9 minutes before another Nintendo Direct. And it's going to be a big one today. 40 minutes. Roughly 40 minutes, I should say. The past Nintendo Directs in September have always been pretty big because this is the way they open the doorway into their holiday season. So it's only going to be focusing on, to quote them, 40 minutes of information focused on 2019 Switch games. My point is that they're only talking about 2019 games. So, no Metroid Prime 4, nothing like that. 2 games that have been absent for a long time. Well, let me get a list. I typed a list of things that will maybe be in this. And also, I'll have a timestamp in the description if you want to skip straight to when the Direct starts. So, there was apparently a leak about a patent for an SNES controller for the Switch, which would obviously imply that they're going to finally add SNES games to Switch Online, which is long overdue, but that is pretty cool if they do that. Although long overdue, about time. And then, so I was about to mention Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3 was announced not at last year's Tokyo Game Show, but the the Game Awards. I have Tokyo Game Show on my mind since that's coming soon as well. But not at last year's Game Awards, but the year before that. So Bayonetta 3 was announced quite a while ago, and nothing has been shown on that yet. So maybe they could do, especially since Platinum is done with Astral Chain. I don't know if they'd want to self-cannibalize, so maybe Bayonetta 3 is still coming out this year, and they announce it real fast, and it comes out around Christmas. But then Astral Chain might compete with Bayonetta 3, so I doubt they'd want to do that. So Bayonetta 3 probably not in here, even though it has been a while. Another game I keep waiting on them to announce more stuff for is Shin Megami Tensei 5. That's another game that was announced for the Switch, and then not much has been heard about that since. But Shin Megami Tensei 5, I'm very excited for. And, okay, the 2 big things. So, Monolith Soft retweeted Nintendo made a tweet about the Direct, as usual, right? Monolith Soft retweeted it, and apparently, every time Monolith Soft had something in a Direct, they would retweet the announcement before it happened. So, that could be another Xenoblade game, it could be a new IP, it could be a port of Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I would be really happy for. I doubt I would buy it, just because if I wanted to play it again, I would use the Wii U, but I would really be happy that more people would get to play it, because it's my favorite game ever, Xenoblade Chronicles X, although recently DMC5 has kind of taken that spot, but either way, it's in my top 2 favorite games of all time, Xenoblade Chronicles X, so I hope more people get to play that, since you know, it came out on the Wii U. Not many people really got to play it since it came out on the Wii U. And okay, we still have 6 minutes left. The big thing, the SNK leak, or the Smash Bros. Character leak. And it was on Nintendo's official page on the Fighters Pass. On the next character that's coming out, the one that's not announced, there was copyright information for SNK on it. So a lot of people are thinking that automatically means a fighting game character, so a character from King of the Fighters, like Terry Bogard. I think most people are assuming Terry Bogard. However, I don't think it's that likely, even though SNK is known for their fighting games, I don't think it's that likely that it would be a fighting game character included in Smash, because Sakurai already said that he doesn't like putting in characters from fighting games. This was before he put Ryu and Kin into Smash, though, so take that for what you will, but he said he doesn't like putting fighting game characters into Smash because it doesn't require that much creativity to make a moveset for them. He would rather take a character from a non-fighting game and then create a moveset for them. So Piranha Plant is a really good example of that. Something that nobody would think of being in a fighting game, but he got really creative with the moveset, right, and put him in. So the only non-fighting game IPs from SNK I can think of is Metal Slug, which I'm a big fan of. I played it, the first time I played Metal, this is beside the point, but the first time I played Metal Slug was at a waffle shop when I lived in Louisiana. But anyways, I'm a big fan of Metal Slug, so I would actually really be excited for a Metal Slug character. It would probably be Marco. the main character from the first Metal Slug, the one you play as. But I'm also a bit hesitant to believe that Nintendo would use a Metal Slug character, because I don't think they would be too keen on the idea of including a character with realistic guns. Aside from Snake, of course, but Snake has an RPG. No one really has an RPG in their house, right? But a Metal Slug character would have a shotgun, would have a machine gun. That might be a bit too realistic for... By realistic, I mean things that people, you know, have. Because there are probably lots of kids with a shotgun or... Not a machine gun, but, you know, semi-automatic rifle in their house or something like that. No one really has an RPG laying around. My point is, I don't think Nintendo would be too keen on the idea of including a character with a bunch of realistic guns as their moveset in a game like Smash Bros. So I don't think it's... So I said that I don't think it's super likely it would be a fighting game character from SNK, but then I also said it wouldn't be super likely for it to be a Metal Slug character, so it could go either way. Haomaru from Samurai Showdown is getting into Soul Calibur, so it could be a Sam Show character as well. That would kind of mirror Soul Calibur, though. That would be weird. But it could be SNK really trying to promote Sam Show. 3 minutes left. Okay, here's this. I'm going to say this. I said this on stream already. Let me say this theory one last time while I have a chance. Think of this. I just said that they couldn't do a King of the Fighters character, right? Because it's a fighting game character. And they couldn't do a main character from Metal Slug because he uses realistic guns. However, what if... You know how BlazBlue, BB Tag, is getting a tank as a character? What if Nintendo has recognized that BB Tag is getting a tank, and they now feel that to compete with BB Tag, a fighting game with a tank as a playable character, they need to put a tank as a playable character in their fighting game, Smash Bros. And so instead of using a human character from Metal Slug, what if they use the tank from Metal Slug? Obviously, the main character would be in the tank. But I'm calling it now. You heard it here first. If it's the tank from Metal Slug, I predicted that. It sounds ludicrous, but when you think about it, the tank in Metal Slug, aside from the sprite work in that game being immaculate, the animations for the tank, you can move left and right, obviously, right? But you can also crouch as the tank. It has a crouching animation. You can jump as the tank. When I say as the tank, I mean when you're controlling the tank. You can jump controlling the tank. You can crouch. Just saying. If it is a Metal Slug character, though, the tank would probably be his final smash. That would be funny if they make it control like the Landmaster, Fox and Falco's old final smash, but I doubt they would make it where you control it, because they made it a point that in Smash Ultimate they want the final smashes to be quick and snappy, so you wouldn't get in the tank and control it like the Landmaster. It would just be a quick cutscene with the tank. So, I'm hoping it's a Metal Slug character. Here we go! It's starting! Okay, let me close this. Forgot I was playing the King of the Fighters music in the background. Forgot that it wasn't coming from the Nintendo Direct stream. I'm already sweating. Okay, Overwatch coming to Switch. There was a leak. Not necessarily that the game was coming to the Switch, but there was a Switch case. There was a Nintendo Switch case, a carrying case with... Going to lower the volume a bit here. There. I was saying that there was a leak about a Nintendo Switch case with the Overwatch logo on it, so it was pretty easy to figure that out. RIP Paladins! Paladins was having its heyday on the Switch since they beat Blizzard to it. Paladins, they put it... I don't know who makes Paladins, but Paladins got on Switch before Overwatch. And now no one's going to be playing that. I haven't played Overwatch in a while. The last time I played it was with Hammond. Or Wrecking Ball. Hammond is his real name. There he is, the hamster. I like Overwatch. I know a lot of people like complaining about it, but I don't view it as an esport. I don't think it was ever meant to be an esport. I think of it as a fun party game.
Hello everyone. I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm Shinya Takahashi.
Hope that volume's good.
Of course, the latest trailer for Overwatch.
I don't have time to check the audio balance.
Scheduled for release on Nintendo Switch October 15th, so please look forward to it. Okay.
I'd rather be too quiet than too loud, because most people watching this would have already watched the Direct anyway. Okay. Luigi's Mansion 3, nice.
The hotel for yourself. Luigi's Mansion 3 takes place in a haunted hotel, where every floor has a distinct theme unlike any other. Case in point, Tomb Suites. I mean, a pyramid inside a hotel?
Hey, remember when I was telling you guys I bet that they would make this release on Halloween? And then I'm pretty sure the release date has been announced since I said that, and it is Halloween. Whoa! This is looking really good.
May not be the usual amenities, but there's a rogues gallery of bosses.
I think this would be a game that I rent instead of buy, just because.
Step right up to this all-new attraction, Screen Park.
Screen Park.
This party mode, and a Gooigi team. With only one Nintendo Switch system, 2 to 8 players can battle it out.
Oh, so they do have a PvP mode in addition to the co-op mode. Oh, my point was that a big part of the gameplay in this is figuring out puzzles, right? So once you know the answer to a puzzle, there's not really... Once you play through the game once, there's not really much reason to replay it since you know the solutions to all the puzzles. Free to start? Free to start? That's how they get ya!
We're calling it Super Kirby Clash.
Is it on the Switch? You need Switch Online. If you need Switch Online, it's not free to start.
That's right. Get your weapons.
But speaking of rentals, look what I got here. Look what I picked up today. If you happen to be watching this video, like right when I posted it, I'm going to be streaming.
You can play alone, together on one system. Team up via local wireless.
I'm going to be streaming Astral Chain later this evening. And like I said, it's a rental. So I'm going to try to beat it before my 5-day period expires. Super Kirby Clash. Later today, nice. It is on Switch. Is it online only?
Recently released RPG is getting a remake.
Oh, another game that might be here is Panzer Dragoon, the remake.
Of the third game in the trilogy, Trials of Mana. From 6 different characters, you'll choose a protagonist and 2 companions. The ones you choose will determine which of
This is nice since they just recently remade The Secret of Mana. Does that have anything to do with this? I would assume it does.
This interference will not be forgotten.
As each character advances, they'll have the opportunity to switch their class, allowing them to learn stronger special moves and spells. Step into the light, or show your dark side when picking your class to change your character's appearance and abilities. Unlike the classic version, characters have full range of movement, including jumping and combo attacks for each member of your party. Once again, the wheels of fate are beginning to turn. Find out what's in store for the beloved
April
world.
Next year, they said it would be focusing on games this year. Okay, so they can show off games next year.
Just what happened to the crew of this doomed ship? The Oberdin vanished at sea in 1803, only to wash up 4 years later in Falmouth, England, with no sign of survivors.
I remember seeing this game just because of the art style.
Investigator for the East India Company, you must board the ship and uncover the mystery of its disappearance and return. Your analysis will rely heavily on one less than ordinary device. Use the power of the Momentum Mortem pocket watch to turn back time and witness each soul's last moment.
Whoa! Cover your ears, kids.
Explore the ship. Observe the situation and record your logical deductions. Without you, the true tale will never be told. What brought the Oberdin to...
If you were to freeze any single frame of this, it would look like a picture from... It was that DSi It was that app on the DSi, Flipnote Studio. It was a drawing application where you could make
Arrives on Nintendo Switch in fall 2019.
flip books, flip notes.
There's a small town
Oh, this
out
is
there
Game
with a
Freak's
big
game.
secret.
The Game Freak game that looks way better than Pokemon Sword and Shield.
That is the rule agreed upon by the people of this peaceful town, and the castle protecting it.
There's no way this is releasing this year with Pokemon, right?
There suddenly appeared a giant monster. To defend the townspeople, one boy named Axe will stand up to face it.
Axe!
And the only weapons he'll need are ideas.
Huh?
But to win one of these battles, you must
Oh.
know when to use them.
Okay, kids, put on your thinking cap.
There's any hope to win.
So it is a turn-based RPG.
During battle, you can move around to garner support from townspeople.
This looks so much better than
Take
Sword and
advantage
Shield.
to gain the advantage. Seize every opportunity to protect your town in this new RPG from Game Freak. And almost all the music in the game was composed by Undertale creator Toby Fox. Little Town Hero will make a stand on Nintendo Switch October 16th. You can pre-purchase and preload the game later today.
Wait, I was reading the YouTube chat. Did they say the release date?
Fall is coming to Super Smash Bros.
Okay, so Banjo-Kazooie's probably going to get a release date, right?
We can finally confirm the release date of Challenger Pack
It's still so weird seeing him in it.
Kazooie.
Smash Bros. Ultimate is such a surreal game. I still have to pinch myself every now and then when I think about it.
Today.
Nice.
After today's Nintendo Direct, we'll broadcast a video detailing how to use
Now announce SNES games for Nintendo Online so you can convince me to buy it so I can actually play Smash Online.
special treat.
Wait, what?
The video will begin immediately following the Nintendo Direct you're watching right now.
Are they going to post it right afterwards?
Tide yourself over until the release of Banjo and Kazooie. Please check it out. But first,
SNK character? This is a Smash character reveal. They did the little intro. Neo Geo? Yep, SNK. Ooh. I saw that someone yesterday made a mock-up of what the intro of what the Smash announcement would look like, and it looked just like that. No. Sam Show? They did the fake out. Wait, so it's not King of Fighters, it's not Sam Show. See, they can't catch it. Is it going to go to Metal Gear or Metal Slug? Every time I say Metal Slug, I want to say Metal Gear. Who's going to pick it up? Who is it for? Is that Terry Bogard? Yep. I think it's so funny that we're getting Capcom versus SNK by proxy of a Nintendo game. So you can have Ryu fight Terry Bogard in Smash Bros. These companies are using Nintendo's game as a platform to have their characters fight each other. It's so weird.
so Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury is joining the battle. That means we've revealed 4 of the 5 fighters.
One
in the
remains.
Fighters Pass. Can there really be only one left?
There's probably going to be a second. Yeah, there's going to be a second Fighter's Pass. These things make way too much money. Yeah,
We're happy
that's
to
not
confirm the
surprising.
development of more DLC fighters
I thought that was a
for
given.
Smash Brothers Ultimate. Outside the 5 fighters included in the Fighters Pass, we can confirm that other new fighters are in development. The battle isn't over yet.
So many people in the YouTube chat
So, what do you think?
don't know what SNK
Regarding
is.
what was announced about additional fighters at the end of that segment, we'll have more to
Hey, we're
share
only
with
11
you.
minutes in.
For now,
We're only
let's
11 minutes in.
continue with some more Nintendo
And they
Switch
already did the
news.
Smash review, which means that that's not the thing they were saving for last.
It's about time
Something bigger than that is being saved
The Legend of
for
Zelda
later.
Link's Awakening, which means the next big adventure on Nintendo Switch is fast approaching.
Link's Awakening on the Game Boy Color is all, no joke, one of my favorite Zelda games. My top 3 favorite Zelda games would have to be Majora's Mask, Skyward Sword, and Link's Awakening. It always has been like that. That's always been my top 3.
The all-new chamber
Since I played each one, of course.
Chambers earned on your adventure to arrange your own dungeons.
I don't know if I'd want to get this, though. I feel like if I wanted to replay Link's Awakening, I would just play the original.
To a compatible
I get the appeal, though.
featuring a character from the Legend of Zelda series. That way, your friends can play.
They showed off this feature already.
The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening will launch before you know it on September 20th.
I think it was at the... It was some Nintendo Treehouse stream. I think it was a Nintendo Treehouse stream after the Video Game Awards or something. Because I remember them showing that feature off.
Smash Brothers Ultimate. Now join his adventure. Dragon Quest.
Whoa, guys, can you believe it? They made a game after the Smash Bros. Character.
The most complete version of a sprawling adventure story that allows you to choose between HD and 2D graphics. Travel to past Dragon Quest worlds. And experience new character-focused stories. The day the game launches, free downloadable content can be found in the Champions Pack, including consumable items and more equipment that can change the appearance of
Man, this version is so much better than the PS4 version.
Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age definitive.
I wish they would add the orchestrated music.
September 27th.
Or maybe you could pay to upgrade. Nah.
Your adventure with the
Why am I encouraging microtransactions? I just... When I look at my PS4 version after seeing that, it makes me feel that the Switch really got the better version, which it did, obviously.
Tokyo.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE.
Games have crossed paths, and the result is coming to Nintendo Switch.
When I originally heard, for anyone that doesn't know, this is the sequel to
Where creative energy is
a
so
Fire Emblem Shin Megami Tensei crossover, which released on the Wii U only.
which attracts wicked mirages.
And when I first heard that there was a Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem crossover, I was so excited. Because I was thinking, okay, so you have this one franchise that... This one franchise whose topic is the horror of war
Together, you'll wage
with permadeath, right? You know, Fire Emblem games are pretty dark.
Shin Megami Tensei series.
These characters have to deal with the horrors of war, and all your characters can permanently die in the game, being crossed over with a game, Shin Megami Tensei, which is incredibly dark.
Joining you in battle for the first time.
I was getting excited for something really
Tokyo
dark and
Mirage
gritty.
Sessions Sharp FE Encore
And then it
releases on
was
September
revealed, and it was Pop Idol
Pre-purchase
stuff.
the game later
Huh?
today.
Yeah.
Welcome back to where nothing is what it seems. Boston, 2019. It all begins again when FBI agent Aaliyah Davis opens an investigation into an old serial killer case. She also opens a door to the unknown, a door that also takes us back to New Orleans.
New
14
Orleans.
Here, our
New
story follows
Orleans.
an FBI agent who goes by the name of York. The journey between past and present will take Aaliyah and York on a winding path.
The art style is
The end,
somewhat realistic,
or madness.
but somewhat
Deadly Premonition 2
Anime.
Disguise boggles and beguiles on Nintendo Switch in 2020. And now for a shocker. The original game in the series will launch on Nintendo eShop as Deadly Premonition Origins later today.
nice.
Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is finally coming to Nintendo Switch.
Okay, so they're doing ports. They're probably alternating between big announcements and ports. So they did a Smash reveal. Now they're showing some ports. The Switch is getting some pretty good RPGs, honestly. You think about it, Dragon Quest, like, big RPGs. Dragon Quest, Witcher 3, this.
And now for a message
Doom?
from Bethesda.
Hey Nintendo fans, Pete Hines from Bethesda. On behalf of everyone at id Software, I'm excited to announce something really cool that we have coming to Nintendo Switch later this year.
Doom Eternal?
Many of you have fond memories of
Wasn't
spending
Doom Eternal already
playing your favorite games
announced?
on Nintendo 64. Well,
Oh, Doom 64, yeah.
anniversary of
Since they already
one of the
ported
most popular
the other
first-person
ones.
shooter franchises ever. And to celebrate, we're re-releasing one of our favorite
They did that
games.
thing where you had to log in. You had to log into your Bethesda account to play the games on Switch,
Doom 64 will be
which
officially available on a Nintendo
makes
console.
no sense.
Relive your crusade against
And
enemies in more than
everyone hated it enough that they actually removed that requirement.
Experience the retro
So I doubt this one is going to have that requirement
one of the most popular shooters
after they removed it from the other ones.
Doom 64 will release on Nintendo Switch on November 22nd this year.
November 22nd. Isn't that when... That's the release date for Doom Eternal as well, right? Wonder why they want it to come out on the same day. You'd figure that you would want to
Rogue Company.
release Doom 64 before Doom Eternal, because Doom fans are going to be playing Doom Eternal on November 22nd,
Specialists
and then they'll buy Doom 64 later.
will require your specialized abilities and tools to combat the infamous organization Jackal. Play against friends or match up with a similarly skilled team online in a variety of objective-based game modes. Whether you wield guns,
Meh.
or weapons,
Meh.
will depend on your choice of mercenary, which can be fully customized. There will be plenty of modes, maps, weapons, skins, in-game events, and more. When Rogue Company sneaks up on Nintendo Switch
Next year.
2020.
How's it going?
Oh, you know,
new titles
not
from
bad.
the core Pokemon RPG series, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
Are they going to bring back the national decks?
Shed new light on this next Pokemon.
That would make a lot of people happy, including myself.
Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield take place in the Galar region, a scenic land where people and Pokemon work together toward a prosperous future. Among them, you'll encounter new Pokemon and meet new
Pokemon.
people throughout your adventure. Today, we'll cover 4 features you can look forward to.
National decks?
Customizing your look. Once again, the latest entry in the series lets you pick your
I'm not even kidding.
This time, it's not just tops and bottoms, but a wide variety.
I think this is going to be the first mainline Pokemon game I skip out on. Just because of the no national decks.
Plus, you can change your hairstyle or put on a little makeup. There's a
This is all
lot
from the
more to
older,
becoming a
well, not
champion
older
than
games, but
simply
this is all from the
building battle skills.
last few
Battle
entries.
looks the part too, don't you think? Second, Pokemon Camp. During your journey through the Galar region, you can camp anytime at Pokemon Camp. While you're there, you can play with your Pokemon. And as you get to know them better, they'll also improve in battle. Additionally, in the wild area, you can visit other players' camps too. Feel free to bring along one of your Pokemon and hang out with up to 3
Scanning the background to see if I see any Pokemon I haven't seen already.
Another player's Pokemon.
Because I haven't really been following the
Third,
new announcements for this game in terms of new Pokemon. Usually leading up to a Pokemon release, I'm checking Cerebi.net like every day.
rice. How your curry turns out and what type it is ultimately depends on which berries and other ingredients.
Fan the flames.
Not to mention the heart you put
What is it with Japanese games and being able to cook in them? It seems like a requirement.
through types. And each one you cook up will be registered in your curry decks.
Curry decks.
To master the art of curry.
Why just curry? Why is that the only dish you can make?
Doing here. And
Oh, yeah, you're right.
we'll introduce
It's
some
like a
new
genie
Pokemon
in a lamp.
discovered in the Galar region. First is Poltegeist. Normally, it makes a home for itself by hiding amongst
Poltegeist.
tableware at hotels and restaurants. Its body is made of teeth, complete with its own aroma and flavor. It may even allow a trusting trainer to taste its teeth. This ghost-type Pokemon also has
It's not a
special
genie.
ability called Weak Armor. Next, another new Pokemon
Ooh.
called Cramorant. This flying and water-type Pokemon has one huge appetite. It will swallow anything it can fit in its mouth.
I guess it's like a blue
When
heron.
it uses surf or dive during battle, watch as it rises from the water, along with the catch in its mouth. If it
Oh,
takes
that's a
damage in
cool.
this stage,
That's a cool
it will
animation.
retaliate by spitting out its catch at the attacker. This
Smack.
is Cramorant's exclusive new ability. Gulp.
That's an ability. That's kind of interesting.
And that's all we have to share with you today. Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will launch on Nintendo Switch November 15th.
Smack.
Well, how about that? There are still 2 more months until the game releases. Please look forward to the day you can start your new adventure in the Galar region. So, it's been about a year since we began offering Nintendo Switch Online memberships.
SNES?
With Nintendo Switch
SNES?
Online, we're providing a variety of games and fun features.
Fun features.
Now,
The mobile
we're going
app.
to add in an additional library of games. It's called Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Huh? The Super Nintendo? Never heard of it. They sure as heck haven't.
A variety of classic Super NES games on Nintendo
They
Switch.
forgot it was a thing. F-Zero.
There are some you may not expect, like Stunt Race FX, which will be
The question
available to
is,
play on another system for the first time.
are they going to be adding this,
You can face
or
off
are they
with
going
Pokemon
to be
local multiplayer by passing a Joy-Con controller
adding a
to friend,
tiered
or
subscription?
you can play together online. Oh, and the rewind function will be available from launch. Here are the first games we plan to release. All 20 of the games you see on screen will launch tomorrow. Of course, we will eventually add more to the lineup.
I don't think they're increasing
This
the
offer
price
is
for it.
exclusively available to Nintendo Switch Online members, so please enjoy them at no additional charge. Oh, you noticed this, did you?
Long overdue, but
To
thank you.
recapture the original feel of these games, we will be releasing a Super Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Switch
That was the
Online
patent that
exclusive
leaked.
controller as a special offer. To charge it, you can use a USB cable, just like the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. This Super NES-style controller will be available for purchase exclusively for Nintendo Switch Online members. Visit the Nintendo website for the latest information.
It's so weird how they limit the amount of.
Wouldn't it be nice
They
if
limit the
those
potential
games
sales
with
of
one of these
the controller, like what they did with the
Well,
NES
if you
controllers.
want some more Nintendo Switch
Only Switch Online owners can purchase it. You have to pay for the privilege to buy the controller. So weird.
But can you survive this? Nintendo Switch Online members, the large-scale puzzle battle game Tetris 99
So I'll probably
update
finally be getting Switch Online now,
is here.
since they're adding SNES games.
You can't even play it until you achieve Tetris Maximus status. Can you survive against the best of the best? Well, good luck.
Oh yeah, didn't they add extra themes
We're also
and
adding in
stuff?
daily missions for some added challenges.
Isn't there a Fire Emblem theme?
Clearing these missions, you can acquire tickets and exchange them for a variety of custom
That's cool.
games. Sweet! To showcase your accomplishments, we're tossing in a vast array of new player icons too. Beyond that, the second wave of paid DLC is here as well. In two-player share battle mode, pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend for a two-player game against each other and the CPU, and get together with friends.
I forgot my pillow was up here. Had it on the ground.
Systems and local arena mode. The version 2.0 update for Tetris 99 will be available tomorrow. A packaged version, including the game, DLC, and a Nintendo Switch Online 12-month individual membership will be available September 6th.
A physical edition of Tetris 99 with a Nintendo Online subscription packed in.
Mario and Sonic at
I wonder how much that'll
Games
cost.
has become a tradition of its own. This time, there are more than 20 events, including the 100-meter, karate,
Smack!
football, skateboarding, rugby sevens, sport climbing, badminton, gymnastics,
Badminton.
surfing, and you know what? There's more where that came from. check out these 10 retro style events.
They showed this already.
Some sweet 2D style graphics. They're all new, all retro, and very refreshing to play.
The whole roster isn't available during that mode, though, since they don't have sprites. They don't have sprite references for a lot of the newer characters.
From a game based on the Olympic Games Tokyo 1964.
What?
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 will go for the gold November 5th. The next
Demon X Machina.
demo will be here sooner than you think.
Oh, another demo.
Ahead of the full game's release next week, the free demo version, Daemon X Machina Prologue Demo, will be
Today?
available for download later today.
I might actually crud, I just rented Astral Chain.
Plan your mech through
I
the
was going to stream that today.
and all of your progress can
Carry over your
over
save
to the
data.
game. If you've never played a mech action game and you're wondering what they're all about, this is the perfect time to take one for a test drive.
I was literally going to stream Astral Chain today,
Demo is the co-op mode for
but now I want to
players.
download this and stream this.
Report that it can be played via local wireless.
Nah, you know what? I'll stream Astral Chain, I'll download this and play it off stream.
Feel like the little guys. The full game will also support online play. Be ready by customizing your mech and honing your skills on missions. What hides beneath your mech's armor? A god or a demon? Daemon X Machina will be ready for action September 13th.
I'm really excited to see how they changed the game according to the feedback.
Back for more. Kyle Katarn, agent of the New Republic, is our only hope.
2 colons
Jedi.
in that title.
Get your lightsaber at the ready, blaster in hand, and prepare to wield the full power of the Force.
What system was this one on?
Of Aspire, the full single-player experience of Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast is coming to Nintendo Switch September 24th. We've got new details on some upcoming games.
Here's where my journey begins.
You are Geralt of Rivia, mercenary monster slayer. Your current contract? Tracking down a living weapon known as the Child of Prophecy.
I'm glad that this came out all in one cartridge, just because Capcom's going to have a lot harder. It's going to have a much harder time justifying their
All downloadable content and story expansions are
half physical, half digital games.
Pirate in the Caribbean and Assassin's
And
Creed
Activision with their Spyro Reignited trilogy.
Assassin Hunter and Assassin's Creed Rogue. That's 2 action-packed games for one great value. All past DLC and new features like touch control and motion aiming coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch and Assassin's
Touch
Creed
control.
Collection. Battle for survival at the edge of a savage frontier in the online free-to-play action RPG Dauntless.
Dauntless, no thanks, I just pre-ordered Iceborne, can't wait for that.
Ready to forge your legacy.
Can't wait for Raging. They added Raging. After they showed the Xenogre trailer, I thought, you know what?
With other slayers to take
Raging's my favorite monster, and I was wanting Raging, but
See, the folks at Phoenix Labs are adding loads of
Xenogre's definitely a better pick to get in. You know, if you had to choose between Raging or Xenogre, Xenogre would be a better one to pick. So I was content with Xenogre, but then they announced Raging after that. He'll be coming in October, though.
more games are on the way.
Sizzle reel? Okay, that means something big is after this. $30 minutes in. 10 minutes left? Yeah, something big is after this. Monolith Soft hasn't done anything yet. Oh yeah, the Outer Worlds. Curious to see how that port will turn out. DMC2. See, you can sell DMC2 when you sell it with 1 and 3 in the HD collection. But since Capcom is selling them individually, I'm curious to see how much DMC2 is going to sell.
How's everything going? Next,
Good.
Animal Crossing: New Horizons. We revealed
Oh,
many
no.
details about the game back in June, so we prepared a video.
Oh no, the Animal Crossing fans are about to go rabid.
Shall we?
Hello, a true Tanuker.
Thank you for choosing the Deserted Island Getaway Package. A laid-back,
It's weird hearing actual English,
of nature
an actual spoken language in Animal Crossing,
other folks participating in the
instead of the
getaway
weird
package.
gibberish that Tom Nook
First
was
come to
speaking.
into the groove of Deserted Island life.
Yes, it's Animal Crossing. What were we
Deserted
expecting?
Island, but the Resident Services building at its center is here to support your needs, so there's nothing to worry about. For starters, we'll provide you with a tent. Please select the spot where you'd like it set up.
The main character's name is Kin. That's the canon name.
There's something else. We'd like to offer you an original
It's canon.
Nook Inc. Nook phone.
A Nook
Comes
phone.
pre-installed with a variety of apps for all your deserted island
Nook
needs,
phone, I feel like that's
including
supposed to be
crafting tools,
an homage
furniture,
to the whole Obama phone thing, but I'm not going down that route.
crafting, and axe.
I just had to say it reminded me of it.
Materials like branches and stones. Then we'll
Wow,
head to
stones.
Resident Services and use the workbench. Nicely done.
Do they really need to show anything
You can use
about
the
this
tools you
game?
craft to acquire new materials like this.
It's Animal Crossing.
And with those, you can craft more items. Feel free to place furniture inside or outside. You can fine-tune the arrangement so that the decor expresses your style, and you can fully enjoy the deserted island life. Let's head back to Resident Services.
Timmy.
Here we sell tools and furniture. We also buy your unwanted items, including any weeds you remove, as part of our island cleanup plan. In addition to the usual in-game currency, bells, you can also earn Nook Miles.
Nook
with the
Miles.
Mileage program. You can
Tom Nook is
exchange
taking
miles for
over.
Special items and recipes. You'll earn miles through a host of activities on the island, so be sure to take advantage of this program. There are many ways to experience the joys of life on a deserted island. Go fishing, catch some bugs, tend to flowers, and pick them to make a garland.
Yep, that's what you do in Animal Crossing.
Thanks to crafting, even weeds have their uses. A vaulting pole makes it easy to quickly cross the river.
It's a nice addition.
A nutritious snack will help you shovel up a tree in no time.
What? He's
Find
too
somewhere
strong.
else to change things up in that corner of the island. The scenery changes with the time and weather. There will be sunshine, cloudy days, rainfall,
Isn't Animal Crossing...
enough wind to shake
Oh,
the
well, it has a
trees.
day and night cycle, but I guess a real-time weather...
Depending
Is
on
it a
the
real-time
time of
weather
day and the
system?
season,
They were kind of vague about
different
that.
creatures to catch too. Sociable types who live together on the same island can play simultaneously, up to 4 players at a time on one system. We hope you
Huh?
enjoy living together and working together in the same space. With a local
Animal Crossing is a very interesting choice
you
for
can travel to another player's island for a total
couch
of
co-op.
4 players in one visit. The whole scene feels meant to be. Why not snap a photo with everyone and make it a lasting memory? How's deserted island life looking? What we've shown you here today is truly just the beginning.
We still have 4 minutes
So much
left.
more waiting to be discovered. So many
Monolith
activities,
Soft must be at the end, so I doubt it's a Xenoblade Chronicles export.
coming to you from the island.
More than likely Xenoblade...
We can't wait for
Chronicles
you to
3.
experience the Nook Inc. Deserted Island Getaway Package.
I'm really kind of worried, though, that the Xenoblade series is going to become way too, it's going to come out way too regularly.
There's still a bit more time until the game launches, so please stay tuned. Alright.
As in, it's going to lose its charm.
Please give it a look.
Kind of like what happened to Assassin's Creed. If they try to pump these out too fast. This is Monolith Soft. This looks like Xenoblade 1! Is it a remake? Or like a remaster? This is Xenoblade Chronicles 1. This is a remake. This looks a lot better.
Do you wish to change it? Huh?
They actually have modeled faces and eyes. It's not just a cardboard face. Kind of interesting that they call it Definitive Edition and not a remake. It's not as if, well, maybe they'd add more content. Oh, next year.
Monolith Soft's Xenoblade Chronicles, which originally released in 2012 on the Wii system, is destined to be reborn on Nintendo
This
Switch.
must be one of the shortest times for anything to get remade. 2012 to 2019?
In 2020.
It only took 7 years for something to get a remake.
In the future.
Well, I guess it's coming out next year, so 8 years.
Thank you for watching.
Banjo-Kazooie demonstration will begin shortly. Is it on the same live stream? Well, stay tuned. Okay, so yeah, they're going to show this off. I don't know if I should include this in the video. Is it starting right now? I guess we're going with it.
I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game. In our last showcase, I talked a little bit about Hero. Today, I'd like to show you all how to use Banjo and Kazooie. You may feel like some time has passed since our Hero showcase, but we're actually recording this only 2 days after that broadcast. We sure are busy, even if I say so myself.
Whoa, he's a time traveler. This is Sakurai from the past.
Please let me take just a little bit more of your time. You may remember in the Hero showcase, I was playing by myself, using 2 controllers, like this. With Hero, if you cast spells using command selection, any opposing heroes will block those attacks automatically using their shield. So in the background, I was actually using the second controller to make the hero look away or do moves so my attacks would connect. Today I have my controllers set up side by side, but back in the GameCube days, I lined them up vertically, like this. Try doing this with the Nintendo Switch Pro controllers, however, and you'll end up accidentally pressing the L and R buttons. So even though it's a bit of a pain, I do it like this now.
What a show off.
This time around, I'll also be doing my best to control 2 fighters.
Wow, Sakurai was trash talking the first party controller designs.
Alright, let's get
You
started.
can't stack them vertically like that.
What is Banjo-Kazooie?
What is a Banjo-Kazooie?
Genre. It's similar to Super Mario 64, and it was first released
Collectathon.
on Nintendo 64 back in 1998. The character Banjo made his first appearance a year earlier in a game called Diddy Kong Racing. After that, Banjo-Kazooie was released.
Wait, Banjo was in Diddy Kong Racing before Banjo-Kazooie?
Were then released for Game Boy Advance, although they never came to Japan.
Why did I never make that realization?
Which was released on Xbox 360. As some of you may know, the Banjo-Kazooie IP now belongs to Microsoft. Technically, they're a rival platform holder.
Technically.
Even so, they were happy for Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah, Phil Spencer kept tweeting that he wanted Banjo and Kazooie in.
I'm extremely grateful. Rare also welcomed us with open arms. So, if you want to play Banjo-Kazooie today, you can do so on Xbox.
Wait, what?
I know
Oh.
this is a Nintendo broadcast, but please give the game a try.
Wow. Nintendo giving Microsoft some pity attention.
The Banjo-Kazooie series.
I thought they were saying Smash was available on Xbox.
Include this music in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as is. It wouldn't really matter.
Nintendo advertising for Microsoft.
Into arranging the music for the game. We'd like to play for you several of these arrangements during the showcase. Up here. Yes, here. You'll see the track names. Okay.
This is so strangely casual. The way they're presenting this.
So this is Banjo and Kazooie in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's Kazooie. We're using a special ROM today, so the camera is a bit different from the production version. We've included lots of actions Banjo and Kazooie use in their original game. For example, the talent trot here is used for their dash. And their jumps are based on abilities like flap flip and feathery flap. Their neutral attack is called claw swipe. This ability looks similar to this in the original game, but we've built upon the original motion so it better fits the action of our game.
Well, yeah, I'd imagine that the animation is better now.
Their dash attack is a forward roll, which is something Donkey Kong uses as well.
Yeah.
This move is a pretty useful one. Their down tilt is beak barge.
Has a lot of startup.
Their up smash is bill drill. It looks a bit different from their original games, but the animation reflects the fact that it's a consecutive attack. In Japanese, their side smash is called Harisen Kazooie. Harisen is a word that only exists in Japanese, so I was curious what this move would be called in the West. In English, it's called Breagle Bash. I think Breagle is the type of bird Kazooie is, so this basically means bird bash, which is pretty accurate.
He didn't explain what the original word means.
Wing whack.
I was ready to get cultured.
There is an air rat-a-tat-rat, which hits 3 times. Their down air is Beak Buster, which they use to downstab as they drop. As you can see, even their regular attacks are based on attacks from their original game. The down and up taunts were something that existed in the Banjo-Kazooie series too. The up taunt is based on an animation from Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, where Banjo sometimes stretches.
Idle animations, right?
Now I'd like to go over their special moves. First, their neutral special is egg firing. It's pretty much their go-to move. The eggs bounce.
It looks like it could be good for edge guarding.
The eggs, you'll do the attack you see here. Breagle Blaster. Breagle Blaster is based on this part in Banjo-Tooie where the screen mimics an FPS. You can hold the button for auto-fire, but as you do, the power of the eggs will gradually decrease, so you'll need to be careful. You can cancel it by crouching or pressing the shield button. Next, their side special is Wonder Wing. As in their original game, it's an invincible charging attack.
So it's not just armor, it's actual invincibility.
And will basically win against any other attack. However, you can see some feathers above Banjo's head. There are 5 of them in total, and I just used up all of them. After using them up, you won't be able to use the attack again until you lose a stock.
Okay.
Since the remaining
I was about to say, seems a little broken.
Activated, you'll really need to make sure you hammer the number of uses into your head. You can use it as a recovery option. And since it's likely to trump counterattacks, it doesn't have many disadvantages.
Oh yeah, that makes it really safe to get back on the stage then.
If it's blocked with a shield, for instance, you'll be wide open to attack.
Ooh, super unsafe on block.
You can be grabbed during this move. At any rate, keep track of how many Wonder Wing uses you have left.
Seems fun,
And when fighting against
but still balanced.
make sure to take action against this attack, and remember to keep an eye on it. It's important to keep this in mind.
So you really want to try to bait that move out.
Next is their up special, Shock Spring Jump. This move
Boing.
utilizes the Shock Spring pad from their original game.
It's like Sonic's up special.
First, you can hit your opponents with the shock spring pad. It can be used to recover, and it's throwable too. Also, it's pretty different from other up specials that carry the fighter upward in that you're still able to jump in midair after using it, meaning you can jump twice in a row.
Okay, that's some good recovery.
So if you're falling, you can use it like this. Jump and then dodge, increasing your ability to recover. By the way, the height of a shock spring jump will change depending on how long you hold the button down. Note the slight difference in height. Next, for their down special, Rear Egg, they'll fire a grenade out of his backpack. It's a grenade egg.
Obviously.
This is a slightly odd projectile in that it can only be launched behind the fighter. And because the grenade egg is football-shaped, its bouncy trajectory can be unpredictable. After a certain time, it will explode. I think it will be a useful tool for keeping opponents in check. It's treated like an item, so you can pick it up and throw it. Your opponents can also throw it back at you. But its detonation sequence is relatively
Hot potato.
short, so both you and your opponents will need to make sure you throw it quickly, or it will explode while you're still holding it. I guess there are a lot of different ways to use this ability. Lastly, their final smash is the Mighty Ginginator. The Mighty Ginginator is what delivered the final blow to Gruntilda in their original game. This move will send your opponents flying. This stage is called Kurukuruyama in Japan, but in the West it's called Spiral Mountain. As you can see, it's a mountain where the bottom portion is a spiral shape. A rotation icon will appear, and the stage will spin. This is quite unusual, even for the Super Smash Bros. Series.
Yeah, that's a bit disorienting.
Items or otherwise will also move. As the stage turns, the shape of Spiral Mountain will also transform.
Because it's
your recovery points will also change.
It's keeping the plane. It's keeping the 2D plane in which you can move the same as the platform is spinning. So you're getting, when you're standing still, the characters are actually sliding. Instead of just keeping the camera relative to the characters and having the background rotate. It's weird. Actual battles as he plays against himself with two controllers.
Taking on not just one, but two fighters in a team battle. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong versus Banjo and Kazooie.
Very fitting.
So there are actually two on my side too, so I should be fine, right? Probably not. In fact, definitely not. Looks like I'm gonna get beaten up pretty bad if I just stand around, so I'll play carefully.
Wow, he's using a Microsoft-owned character to beat up Nintendo-owned characters.
And thanks to Kazooie, Banjo and Kazooie can use moves with a relatively wide range.
Sakurai, how could you?
We'll make good use of these as we take them on. Note we're playing with items on.
The hitbox on his side smash seems really good. Seems really good.
I have two opponents, and since items are on, they'll have twice as many opportunities to pick up items. And since the final smash meter is on, the opponent can use it twice. I'm at quite a disadvantage, but I'm going to try my hardest. I can use Wonder Wing 2 more times. Oops, I guess I should be explaining all their moves, huh? Auto fire, auto fire. Ooh, ouch. Oh, their final smash meter's filled up. You can have that. Now. And nice. Now that there's one less opponent, this should be easier. I do want to use a final smash, but it might be a bit tough.
He's supposed to be showcasing this character, and he's playing with items on and using final smashes.
Final smash.
That killed early.
So I win.
That killed very early.
Picks up the Jiggy from the original game.
Uh-huh.
That's a wrap. I'd also like to talk about some of the cameos that liven up the stage. First, we have the witch Gruntilda. In Banjo-Kazooie, this poor soul gets sealed underground by a boulder. Anyway, she's very cruel, and you can hear all about her from her sister, Brentilda. This is Bottles, a mole, and another poor soul. His fate is sealed in the beginning of Banjo-Tooie. He's a friend of Banjo and Kazooie. Next is Mumbo Jumbo. This poor soul had all of his Mumbo tokens stolen by Gruntilda. He helps you out in many ways throughout the game. And we have Tootie. Can you spot her? She's running at the bottom. She's tiny and can barely even make her out. But by zooming in, you can see all the detail, even at her size. You could probably make an action game just using this. She's raising havoc on the vegetable patch for some reason. And after that, she strikes an enigmatic taunt. Now she's heading back home. She looks all calm when you look at her this way, but this soul is actually the saddest of all the souls. You'd understand how miserable she really is if you saw the game over scene in Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, maybe she's not going home?
I think it's hilarious that they're using a build and they're using a build where they can just
They come in many different colors and were hidden throughout the world by Gruntilda.
freely move the camera wherever they want, and they're actually using it.
And now we see something floating around in the background. These are our basic enemy characters called Buzz Bombs, but since they can float around, they're lucky enough to have made the cut in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is what they look like close up. It's basically a dragonfly, right? We put a lot of thought into the guest characters as well, and we put a lot of effort into these hard-to-see areas, so I hope you enjoy it. Next, let's talk music.
Sakurai handles all these IPs so well and so respectfully. I don't think any other company does that.
Of these, 7 are entirely new arrangements.
Microsoft hasn't done anything with Banjo-Kazooie in so long.
I thought that getting all this for $5.99 is a fantastic deal. So, I hope you enjoy it. The music for Spiral Mountain was arranged by Grant Kirkhope. He created the original Banjo-Kazooie's music. I've worked with many musicians over the years, but this is the first time I've worked with a musician outside of Japan. I was a bit worried about whether my directions would be understood, but he did an absolutely wonderful job. And here's the list of tracks this time.
That's a lot.
Each of the new tracks has been carefully tailored to match the action taking place on screen. Alongside the launch of Banjo and Kazooie, there will also be a software update. We're very pleased with the sales of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And to express our appreciation, we've added another game mode, which will pretty much be our final new mode.
One last thing.
Go ahead and play, so please
One last mode.
And here it is.
Oh.
You need to damage the sandbag in front of you as much as possible.
That was in Brawl.
And with this bat, not with this, but this bat. And off it goes.
Whoa, launched out of orbit.
Maybe a little too high. And so, Home Run Contest makes its return. It's been powered up in various ways compared to previous home run contests, so please enjoy.
Nice.
This time, Sandbag has flown 300 kilometers. I think that's about the distance from Tokyo to Nagoya. That's if you drive on the Tomei Expressway. You can actually play with a second player.
Two people whacking the bag.
Let's give it a go. Attack, attack.
So one person could just focus on, like, one person could pick a character that's better at damaging it, and one person could pick a character that's better at launching it.
Time to strike. Here we go. No. This isn't how you're supposed to play the game. When I say two players can take part, I mean friends can play together, and not one person playing as two fighters.
Was he doing that in real time?
Friends.
Oh yeah, Mii fighters are a thing.
Uploaded their customized Mii fighters. Up until now, it may have been a little difficult to use since you were not able to customize their special moves. But moving forward, you will be able to freely customize their special
Like in Smash 4.
If you find a Mii fighter,
I'm sure all 4 Mii player mains will appreciate this.
special moves however you want and play as
All 5 maybe.
However, this will not be applied to Mii fighters created before this software update, and only applies to Mii fighters created after the update. So I hope you re-upload your Mii fighters.
It's weird. Must be a software thing.
Varieties of Mii fighters. We will add in some Mii fighter costumes as well. Please take a look.
Okay, who's getting deconfirmed? Goemon, isn't that the guy from... That's not the same guy from Lupin the Third, is it? Ooh, Robot Masters? Cool, Proto Man. That actually looks really good. It pretty much hides the fact that it's a Mii. Ooh, Mega Man X. Aw, rip Zero. He's already an assist trophy though, so he was already deconfirmed. Team Rocket. No. Well, at least Sans is deconfirmed. Wow. They actually did that. The internet's going to freak out just from that. It's Sans. That's another non-Japanese IP they have in Smash now. So Banjo-Kazooie and now Sans.
We've added a costume for Sans from Undertale, who was a popular request. And this Sans outfit also comes with a music track.
They put Megalovania in Smash?
So you can check it out there.
I don't care about Undertale, but the music is pretty fire.
Made by none other than the creator of Undertale himself, Toby Fox. Toby has actually visited my house, and we played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate together. He was actually really good. Of all the guests, he was probably the strongest.
This game is a meme.
Random and played, the win ratio was about half and half.
Oh.
Or I may have been losing. Next, I'd like to talk about a new set of amiibo that will soon be available.
Thought he was going to pull out a Sans amiibo.
Ivysaur.
Oh yeah, they get their own amiibo.
And Snake.
Colonel.
I wonder why he was hiding. They will each be available on September 20th. The software update, including the Banjo and Kazooie DLC, will be available today.
Yes. Terry Bogard.
As mentioned in Nintendo Direct, Terry Bogard will be joining Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh yeah, he's
The
from
revealed
Fatal
trailer
Fury
shows
first and not
in-game
King of
footage.
Fighters.
Some of you may wonder where the in-game footage is. Well, it's shaping up nicely, but we weren't quite ready to include it in the reveal. That SNK Neo Geo opening was fun, wasn't it? I'd like to show you just a little bit of in-game footage of Terry. Here you go.
They're showing off the stage too.
Finally, it was announced that we will be working on even more DLC fighters. To me, it feels like the finish line is sliding farther away. You may wonder,
Yeah.
how much longer can he be involved with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
Forever.
But I'm also excited. Adding more characters into the game means that more game worlds will be added to the series. And ultimately, that means that there will be an even greater opportunity to delight the fans. At the same time, I feel that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is now representing so many characters and game worlds that it's become an enormous game. Even if the Super Smash Bros. Series continues moving forward, I doubt there will ever be an opportunity to bring this many characters together again.
Smash Ultimate
And so,
is becoming
keep improving
such a monumental piece of media.
and I will continue to work hard at developing the game.
It already is, but I mean, it's growing even more because of that.
Appreciate your support. That's
By
it
the
for
time
today.
it's done, it's going to be
Very much.
such a big deal. And not just in the video game sphere, you know what I mean? Thank you for watching. No problem. Okay, so that was the Nintendo Direct of September. So, more than likely the last Nintendo Direct of 2019. This set the stage for Nintendo's holiday season. Surprised certain games weren't on here, since they were mentioning games that were coming out in 2020. I'm surprised they didn't mention Bayonetta 3 or Shin Megami Tensei 5 or Panzer Dragoon, because the Panzer Dragoon remake seems like something that was almost ready. But anyways, the Xenoblade Chronicles 1 remake, that looks amazing. That's probably the highlight for me. Obviously, Banjo is looking really good, and his stage, and obviously the SNK character reveal is a big deal as well. So, Smash and the Xenoblade Chronicles remake, those are the two biggest things, obviously. And do share your thoughts in the comments. It is 6:05 p.m. now, so I need to go get ready to live stream. I'm going to be streaming Astral Chain, like I said. And I'm probably going to download the demo for Demon X Machina after that and just play it later. So, I'm very excited for that. And bye-bye for now.